How many of you are old enough to remember when we didn't throw fish back? When if we caught them, we kept them. You're showing your age. Hey, good morning, guys and gals. Time for the catch of the day for April 5. By the way, if you're not subscribed to Jimmy Houston Outdoors YouTube, hit that subscribe button right now. Hit that little bell. We post over 500 videos a year. Got so many great how-to videos. You want to be a better fisherman? You're on the right channel right here. Be sure and subscribe. We're going to be looking at Leviticus. That's right, Leviticus 19:18. Another very short but really, really good scripture. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Of course, first of all, you've got to love yourself in order to love your neighbor. And in order to love yourself, you got to realize that God created in you a masterpiece. God created somebody special, somebody that is going to be liked, somebody that's going to be friendly, somebody that's going to be successful, somebody that's going to love their neighbor. That's exactly what He created. So love yourself and love your neighbor as you love yourself. Here's our devotional for today. Before the days of catch and release, Chris and I had a way to be very popular with our friends and neighbors. We almost always caught more fish than we could eat, and we pretty much kept everyone supplied in fish. Most of the time, we'd fillet and bag the fish for them before we'd give it to them. Chris can really fillet fish. I mean, she's good at that. So we would give them not only crappie and bass and catfish and white bass, we would give them fillets of crappie and bass and white bass and catfish. Fillets. I hate to show you some of the old pictures that we had with those big giant strings of bass, but we didn't know any better. Most of y'all are not old enough to remember those days, but nobody threw fish back. I can remember some of the days on, say, Lake Dardanelle back in the late 70s, early 80s, when we would catch, we'd have 20 bass in the live well that weigh 70 or 80 pounds. We'd catch a 6-pounder and we'd throw back a 3-pounder because we had a 20 bass limit. We'd throw back a 3-pounder just calling out our limit. Too often today, many folks don't even know their neighbors, let alone love them. We tend more and more to isolate ourselves from those around us. And of course, we've been in a situation here for a while now where we've had to isolate ourselves. And you know, for the most part, most people don't like that. They don't like to isolate themselves from everybody else. Why don't they like it? Because God never intended this. We help those we love. We encourage and build up those we love. We feed and protect those we love. This is God's will. It's God's design. Reach out, get to know and love one of your neighbors today. Whether it's around your house, around your home, maybe even at work. God just might make sure that that neighbor loves you back. Reach out and get to know and love a neighbor today, whether at home or at work, because God just might make sure that that neighbor loves you back. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Takes a little effort sometimes. Some of us are not all that lovable, okay? Here's our tip for today. This is just a common sense tip. Check the grease in your trailer bearings every 3 or 4 months. Every 3 or 4 months. Now, that sounds easy, but a lot of people don't do it. Now, we've got a lot of different type trailers today. We've got some trailers today that use oil. They don't hardly have to be, they're sealed, don't hardly have to be checked ever unless that seal breaks. We've got a lot of bearings that's got grease zerks in them, so you can just take a grease gun, you know, pump a little grease in there until it comes out a little bit. Others, you have to pop a cap off and make sure you have grease in there. But depending on what type you have, make sure you check your wheel bearings, because those wheel bearings goes out, you're going to have a bad thing happen out on the highway. If you're coming home from fishing, not that bad. If you're on the way to the lake, total disaster. Hey, guys and girls, go out there and have you a great one today. Spring has sprung. The grass is riz. I wonder where the flowers is. I love you.